Salutations and welcome, respected Viragyans, Loka Sevakas, Dharma Stapakas, Shrotas, Gurus Shishyas, Bhaktas of Bhagavan, Tattva Jignasus, and ones who want to free from the samsara bandhana, the mumukshus finally put together wonderful sadhakas. Let us do our everyday exercise of heartily remembering, extending gratitudes, praying to continue to bless us. The Shruti Mata in the form of Shruti Smriti Purana Idihasa. The Guru Tattva in the form of Guru Parampara Swaguru our Acharyas. Then the Lord in so many Devatas Arupa. And the Lord Himself as by wielding the Maya, who is the Sushti Sthiti Samhara Karaka, even Bandha Moksha Data. Finally, the ultimate goal of Parabrahma Tattva. Heartily remember, extend gratitudes, extend prayers. As human beings, as we have that intellect, before that, in this world, Maya and its powers are infinite, therefore, chances of falling down are also infinite, and therefore, chances of rising above and reaching to many, many intermediate goals also infinite, along with infinite goal. You and I as human beings, given the buddhi, which is capable of knowing all this, should know. One set are known to avoid, the other set are known to adopt. So, it is always good for us sometime to study the Shastras which teach us Dharma Adharma. Then only the eye gets opened up, the inner eye of the intellect. Never study them, never listen from them. We will never be able to make right use of intellect and really help ourselves. In the same way, we should study the Punya Shastras, which tell us that there are higher, greater lokas we can reach through these endeavors. We must necessarily study the Purana Shastras, in which the presence of Paramatma, his Ananta Shaktis, Leelas, his way of protecting the devotees, and the way the devotees approach the Lord. These have to be many, many times studied. Only then our intellect gets all this data, knowledge, information, then conceives the higher possibilities, then plans for it, works for it. This is how human being, after for some time living like animals, because he has come just from animal yoni, will evolve consciously by knowing, planning, doing. So, what level we are now? Still continuing as animals, wherein our life is only for Sharira Sthita, Bhoga and Rakshana and one day Mrityu. Or if we can, as said now, awaken our intellect buddhi and study all this or listen all this. We cannot know them by ourselves to begin with. Some initiation has to come to us in the form of a guru and a shastra. Then these possibilities, when they are seen by us, like the person who is living in a tribal place, as long as he living there only, he will live like that. But only when he goes to some remote village outskirts of the city, something he looks at and sees about the higher path. That remote villager, when he goes to proper village, then he will see, अरे ऐसा भी कर सकते हैं, ऐसा भी जी सकते हैं. Then when he comes to that villager, to the town, then you will look. अरे ऐसा भी है. Then town wala to the bigger towns and cities and metros, cosmos. In the same way, study the Shastra, the higher possibilities in front of us are open for us. So the Dharma Shastras we have to study to know Dharma, how to live so that we live long, healthy. The Maha Shastra we have to study for the clarity of avoiding that which takes us to the sufferings. We also should study Bhakti Shastras of Purana Itihasa. Bhagavan, His Mahima, His Gunagana, His Krupa, all of them are informed to our goodness. Each of these have to be repeatedly studied for the intellect to register and retain. Then we must, if possible, can study the Yoga Shastras also, which tell us how to control, moderate our main inner equipments. Along with that, the most important is, if possible, if we think we have really evolved, or if we want to evolve, in both cases, we must definitely expose ourselves to the Tattva Bodha Shastras also. The Tattva revealing Tattva Jnana Shastras. They are the Upanishads and all of them. As a human with the given intellect, when it can be studied, why not give a try? And in the opinion of all the wise people, it is only through the study of Upanishads that the highest goal comes to our understanding. And the same Upanishads, by giving us the guidance for it, make us fulfilled in reaching to that highest goal. Isn't it? So, if we don't do any of the study and only we study the Bhoga Shastras or our own Manmani or only that friend circle we have, life is lived as like any animal. One day we die. Maybe we may get some droga here and there. But is there the true fulfillment of human being? We have to think very delicate, sensitive, personal issue it is. Cannot be made public. Others cannot do gustaki in this. Like I cannot think for you and decide for you, even advise you also unless you ask. You have all right to make or mar your life, just like I have. Therefore, everyone should take charge and take the responsibility of thinking in these lines. Now, we have seen Dharma Shastra, Punya Shastra, Upasana Shastra, Yoga Shastra, and Vedanta or Tattva Shastra. Five. But there is another also, which is the what do you say, the nurturer, nourisher of all these Shastras of Vedanta, Yoga, Bhakti, Punya, and Dharma Shastra. You know what is that? Those Shastras in which, be attentive, the naked truths regarding this world, its impermanency, its delusory nature, its continuous modifying nature, given importance, it is its binding nature. That Shastra which teaches all this, they also we have to study. They are called as the Viveka Vairagya Shastras. What we are studying here, the Yoga Vaashishtha Yoga Vaashishtha Maha Ramayanam is all inclusive. What we said now, all the six prakaranas talk about all the six things. In that, the first prakarana which we are studying, appearing to be heavy but so very important if someone truly wants to become spiritual seeker of this spirit, seeker of this self. Why the thoughts of the self or the realization never come to us? Because we are occupied, we are preoccupied in our mind. With what? With the gamut of the entire world and worldliness. So unless we pull us away from this, how can we get the ideas, thoughts of Paramatma? You can never. Now to come out of them, see the true nature of them. They are not as great as they appear to be glittering and all. They are not as glorious as we visualize or imagine. Think about it. When you think, we will see the 80-90% of whatever good we are imagining of this world is the imagination. Then why waste time for it? That thought is called Vairagya. Then what? There is something other, eternal, permanent, seek it. And then anyone who is blessed by gurus and the God will have to come to a stage. Now we are coming to the topic where Lord Rama is. Key, the ultimate truth is not known yet. Hmm. World is in front. And unfortunately or fortunately, for whatever the reason, the intellect is opened up. In the opening of the intellect, everything is so uncovered seen, so spashtarupena seen, not covered by any layers of delusion, layers of non-thinking, etc. When the intellect is opened and when everything is seen, I'm talking about situation of Rama, everything appears to be empty only. And that restlessness in the life, that the permanent is not seen or known or understood, and the other thing is appearing to be temporary, therefore, involving in them appears to be meaningless. What to do now? How can I enter into this meaningless world? That dukkha, that arti of a spiritual seeker is so painful. And everyone will have to go through it. In that, then we are introduced why you need to go into this temporary of which you have understood the binding nature. There is some higher, deeper truth. Pursue it. The moment that clicks to that most frustrated, miserable person who, having understood the limitations of the world, is not wanting to involve in the world. The joy he gains once he discovers the higher ambition and goal, you can't put in words. And then the way he pursues it. Because no more the world will pull him. Why? When the intellect got opened, he saw the world the reality. It is nothing but binding. And in that inner deeper pursuit, when he crosses one by one stages and reaches the ultimate truth, oh Babre, he can't put in any words. You only will have to dance in ecstasy, talk meaningless words as if roll on the ground or tears in the eyes, because those higher anubhutis have no words to explain. Sri Rama is in that first stage, which every sincere seeker has to go through. Until we find Maja Maja in the world, we can never be truly, sincerely, continuously spiritual seekers of the truth. We have to find that the whole world is not Maja, it only Saja. Anityam Asukham Lokam. And it doesn't come just like that overnight by somebody's inducing or imposing. Somebody's induction imposition is temporary. No, in the entire 12 chapters we have studied so far, Sargas, we are going to study many more. Have you seen anywhere that Rama is forced with all this wisdom about the world, therefore Vairagya for the world? Nobody told him. It has come to him from within. The follower of those Tirthayatras, the follower of serving saints and sages, follower of living a very dharmic, noble life. All personal. A noble life lived, served saints, sages, traveled all over in the Tirthayatra and looked at the world at that time, saw the whole world, like Shankara Bhagavan Adi. Takes his disciples every day Daura. In that Daura, he will show them the whole world of people and things and happening, and that becomes a live examples for him to teach them the Viveka Vairagya, Tattva Jignasa. See the entire Bhajagovindam like texts. They're all, while traveling, only showing to them each of the example. That old man saying Dukram Karane, then somebody caught up in, then Tarunastava Taruni Saktaha, Vruddha in that Chinta. He was showing them the live examples and teaching. Sri Rama's Tirtha Yatra, Sri Rama's Buddha Jana Guru Jana Seva, Sri Rama's divine decent Dharmika Jivana. Put from within, opened up intellect, which started thinking about the world and its limitations. Then there is such a mood. He can't be without it because somewhere you have to involve, and he can't involve in it because when you know it is a poison, when it is a burning fire, when you know it's a drowning river, we will go into it knowingly. That is the situation Rama in. And those words uttered by Rama shlokas become a helping thing for us to start contemplating. We may not relate to those things in the beginning, but 4 or 5 times when we go through it, we know, yeah, this is how even I have to think and understand. This is the way. Even on us also, the Bhagavad Guru Krupa, when it is there, it clicks to us. For it to click from within, this is an opportunity given of studying these Shastras. When you study them, we are giving an opportunity to us for opening up our intellect to अपॉर्चुनिटी भी नहीं दिया तो कभी भी नहीं होगा ना गिविंग एन अपॉर्चुनिटी so let us see the conclusion of 12th chapter 8 9 10 shlokas are there then enter into the 13th sarga om 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 sahana vavadu sahano bhunaktu sah viryam karavavahai तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ओम शांति 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 ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ओम येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ओमापदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् ॐ श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनाम वरानने ॐ कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् ओम वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति पराङ्गतिम् ॐ यद्वाक्यामृतपायिनां प्रतिपदं सत्यं सुधानीरसा यद्वाक्यार्थविचारणादभिमतः स्वर्गोऽपि कारागृहं यद्वाणी विशदात्मपूर्णमनसां तुच्छं जगत्तूलवत् तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे यस्यार्षं प्रथिता जगत्त्रयहिता सा वेदमाता परा यश्चक्रे तपसा वशे सुरगणान् अन्यत् शिश्रुक्षुर्जगत् तं बोधाम्बुनिधिं तपस्वि मुकुटालङ्कार चिन्तामणिं विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम् श्रुत्या ब्रह्मैव रामः प्रकटितमहिमा येन तस्मै वसिष्ठः यः सीतां ब्रह्मविद्यामिव सदसि पुनः सत्यशुद्धां किलातातु यद्वाणी मोहमूलं शमयति जगद् आनन्दसन्दोहदोग्ध्री तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिधीर्षुः जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मभक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ महर्षे श्री विश्वामित्र महर्षे श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षे श्री वेदव्यास वामदेवादि महर्षिभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्योध श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रह ते शुक्त साधनानाम् अनुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता कल्याण पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर भगवत् उपासना सत्संगादीनां द्वारा विश्वे धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थानाम् आमूलाग्र प्रचार द्वारा समस्त जीवानाम् आध्यात्मिक उद्धरणार्थम् अनेकानेक शास्त्राणां पारायण अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्न मुक्त्यर्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओमतः श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रं प्रथम प्रकरणं वैराग्य प्रकरणं प्रार्थना मंगलाचरण मंत्राः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्य भूः कर्ता हेतु क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे अवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभाति अवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। Friends, having done these preparations, surrendering to all the rishis, Bhagavan Rama, Shastra himself, itself, herself, now let us try to tune, how much ever difficult it may be, to the thinking level of Bhagavan Rama, to have Vairagya like him, so that we are also blessed by the saints of Vaashishtha Vishwamitra with the Brahma Jnana. We are seeing in the mantra. Therefore, through all this thinking, what Rama comes to the understanding, tentative conclusion in his mind is Kim me rajyena, kim bhogaihi, koham, kim idam agatam, yat mithya eva astu, tad mithya kasya nama kim agatam. So, kim me rajyena, I am not interested in becoming a king. Kim bhogaihi, every of the bhogas are no more of importance, interest to me. Koham, who am I actually? Kim idam agatam, what is this my arrival here? Yet mithya eva astu tat. Everything is mithya because continuously changing, perishing. No? Mithya kasya nama kimagatam. Hmm? So, what is the meaning to all this? What is the purpose to all? Evam vimrushataha. In this way, when I was doing vimarsha, thinking, contemplation, hey Brahman, hey Guru, he is telling Vishwamitra ji, Sarveshu eva tatah mama bhaveshu aratihi ayata. So, Sarveshu bhaveshu mama aratihi ayata. The non-interestedness has born in me towards all the bhavas. The bhava means the bhoga bhava, the vilasa bhava, the mitra bhava, the vyahyali bhava, even the putra bhava towards the parents. For every one of them, the arati has come in me. So this is a place I was saying in the introduction today, in that 15 minutes, 10 minutes back we were discussing a peculiar state of mind which when we reach to, then only we understand it. When we don't reach it, we have to know it, or even if somebody is in that mood, we think that that person is somewhat abnormal. The peculiar state of mind of grasping everything to be ephemeral, temporary, therefore not wanting to involve in them. Not that doesn't happen to us also. At every disappointment level, failure time, we also get this thought. But again, when another desire, another vasana, another possibility, when it erupts or comes in front of us, that vairagya goes away. That was temporary. In Rama's mind, it is permanent, once for all. Almost he is suicidal only. इतना तक वो पहुंच गए, isn't it? Suicidal means his tendencies were of withdrawal when he was not eating anything, etc. So that's peculiar stage of total disinterestedness in the world. If it is not correctly guided toward the truth reality, then becomes really calamitous, abnormal. क्या करे उस बंदे से पता नहीं चलता. But nothing to worry. If there were no Paramatma in reality, that would have been a terrible, terrible case. But hai Paramatma, अब उसको मार्ग दिखा दो, he'll be the most joyful person in life. Okay. एवं विषमृषता ब्रह्मन् सर्वेषु एव भावेषु मम अरतिः आयाता. So patikashyam arushviva. The travel gets no interest in all the maru bhumis. Any number he is seeing in front. है कि नहीं चल रहा है वो दोपहर का समय के कारण not one place 10 places there water is appearing. For some time he ran. He realized that it is only the reflection of sunlight, that is marubhumi, there is no pani. Now once he knows it, will he go to grass grab it? No interest. Like for you and I, on cinema screen, or let us say TV screen, all golden coins or rupee notes, all of them are put there, let us say. Do we go to grab them? Screen पे जाकर लेने का? We don't, because we know it is unreal mithya. Isn't it? What is the state of our mind when we see that currency or gold on the TV screen and yet we don't go and grab it? Same state of mind is there in Rama regarding tentatively, seemingly, actually seen things of world. That is why Patikasya Manushu, that example Sri Rama tells. Okay? Now he says, now Tad etad Bhagavan Bruhi. Oh Lord, please tell me clarity. Ki kim idam parnashyati. What is that which is destroyed? Both the world also and his own body. Then kimidam jayate bhuyaha. Again, what is this? Again born. Again the body as well as the world. Then kimidam parivardate. Again, what is that it is growing? Means what is this phenomena actually happening? What is its purpose? By looking and understanding it in what way that I will no more be confused even the while I see them. है ना एक कारण क्या है कि शरीर जन्म ले रहा है बढ़ रहा है नाश पा रहा है इन द वर्ल्ड ऑल्सो सो मेनी थिंग्स आर बॉर्न ग्रोइंग एंड डाइंग अगेन बॉर्न क्या हो रहा है सब दैट्स व्हाई नो बिकॉज ऑफ दीज थ्री क्वेश्चंस ओनली द उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम द स्थिति प्रकरणम द उपशम प्रकरणम from the vairagya of Rama he will be guided to mumukshata. That is why the mumukshu vivahara prakaranam, second one. Through mumukshu vyavahara and then utpatti sthiti upashama done, when one is very paripakva regarding no thought at all of the worldliness, only Paramatma, then the nirvana prakarana, sixth one will be taught. Very big it is. More than 12,000 shlokas it is. 13, 14 Bhagavad Gitas. Even more than that. Anyway, now Jara Maranamapat cha Jananam Sampadastata Avirbhavatiro Bhavaihi Vivardhante Puna Punaha. So avirbhava tirobhavahi, by appearance birth, tirobhavahi disappearance, vivardhante punah punah, again and again, again and again they are coming and going. What are they? Jara, old age, varana, death, abada, in between variety of dangers or risks or problems, jananam, again the birth, sampada, the wealth. So the wealth, the birth, the old age, the death, in between all the variety of dukkhas, they are again and again as if they are going again coming. फिर से जा रहे फिर से आ रहे समझ में नहीं आ रहा मुझे. How long this goes on? What's the purpose of it? Not that like we do. जब आपद आता है, we cry for some time, become frustrated. Suddenly that's gone for some reason, and a very good atmosphere has come. Then we enjoy it. तो वी आर लाइक एनिमल्स. डंडा लगाया तो रोएगा और कुछ खाने को दिया बस खाएगा. इट नेवर थिंक्स ये क्या हो रहा है. क्यों ये डंडा मार रहा है, क्यों खाना दे रहा है. वी आर लाइक दैट पशु ओनली. रामा इज नॉट लाइक दैट. ये क्या हो रहा है, लगातार आ रहे जा रहे सारे. ही इज थिंकिंग लाइक दैट. Did we ever pause and think about it? The outer situations and the consequent inner reactions. Anukshanam, the moods of the mind change every moment. The outer world also is changing. So, next shloka is good. Ki bhogaihi taihi eva taihi eva tuchaihi. With the tucha, very meaningless bhogas, vayam amikila, are we not all doing this one? Ki pasya jarajaratam nitaha vataihi va giridrumaha. The trees that are there around the mountains are made old by the continuous blowing of the winds. In the same way, are we not dekhte are becoming in the old in our involvement in these tucha bhogas? No, this tucha bhogata, what Rama understood about all bhogas to be tucha. And we think that there is so much of charm and joy in that indulgence. That is the difference between a paripakwa antakarana and a paripakwa. This is where that Mohamaya covers us and doesn't allow us to come to the Rama's level of understanding of finding tuchatva in these bhogas. Therefore हमको उसी में आनंद आने लगता है. You know, that is what is called Guru Ishvara Kripa, where it clicks to us. Imagine, in all the bhoga we are indulging in every day, when we find the meaninglessness in them, how much our mind energy are conserved from and withdrawn from it, how much relieved, relaxed. And only for living we are eating. That's it. No other involvement in any bhoga. कितना शांत होगा वो मन. And that is possible. That is to be made possible. Then only we become qualified for the Paramatma Tattva. So in this shloka what is said, in involving the Tucha Bhoga repeatedly, all are only just becoming old, only to die one day. This is what is thought. Then another shloka. Achetana iva janaha pavanaihi prananamabihi dhanantah samsthita vyartham यथा कीचक भेड़वः. अब देखो इन दिस श्लोका जो ह्यूमर भी है और जो विषाद भी है, समझना मुश्किल. राम जी कहते हैं जनाः अचेतनाः इव. People are like unconscious. Here achetana means unconscious, means non-thinking. Like in our Upanishad morning class, in the introduction we have seen, no, the sleeping intellect. That is the meaning of achetana. So janaha achetana, non-thinking, non-becoming aware of it. Example is pavanaihi prananamabihi. With the winds named as pancha pranas, dhanantaha, making variety of the dhvanis, samstitaha, conducting their life vyartham, with no meaning or purpose, yatha kichaka venavaha. You know that kichaka venu, the bamboo's groove, you might have seen it definitely. बैम्बू ग्रो ना, एक ही जगह बैम्बू 10, 15, 20 ग्रो होते हैं. Then the wind blows. Then they rub to each other. They make variety of sounds. They make sounds. If one is not aware of it, and in that bamboo grove nearby, if he stays overnight, if he doesn't know, he will be afraid only. काय का, जंतुओं का या यानी भूत प्रेत का आवाज आ रहा है, नींद ही नहीं आएगा. Different sounds they make, big sound, small sound, vichitra sound. So the Kichaka Venus, the wind blowing, they are making sound without any meaning. Example. So too, all we human beings, like that Vayu, it is the pranas in us. We are the Kichaka Venus making the sound without any meaning. Means what? In all the talks that are conducted by people, with all the themes in them, they are apparent to Rama as vyartha and meaningless, as the sound made by the Kichaka Venus. How? Because in all peoples, whatever the talk they do, the subject is nothing but the world and worldly moga. About that he already got Vairagya. पिछले श्लोकों में वो वैराग्य स्थिति दिखाई दिया थ्रू विवेक. Therefore, for him, everything is, individual discussion talking is meaningless. So this is an answer to a question asked or unasked. Why are you not talking to anyone? Answer is, what is there to talk the subject matter? Any subject is of worldliness, world is of meaninglessness. What is there for me to बोलो? तो राम जी के मन में ये सब होने के कारण ही he doesn't want to meet anyone, talk to anyone, indulge in any विलास भोग enjoyment, नहीं चाहिए कुछ. विचित्र स्थिति, and बहुत दुख भरी स्थिति. Because the higher is not known, na? You are still alive, the faculties are functioning, the emptiness of this is known, but that doesn't give the satisfaction. With emptiness, we don't get satisfied. Only with fullness, we have to get satisfied. We'll get. So the full, till it is indicated, there will be a very painful heart. दुख इधर तो सब कुछ एम्प्टी दिख रहा है, क्या फुल है वो अभी नहीं पता चला. Rama is in a most miserable situation. He will tell after 2-3 shlokas. So this one is seen. Achetana janaha pavanaihi pranamamihi dhanantah samstitaha vyartham yatha kichaka venavaha. They are just talking to each. In that dhanantah means everything spoken is dhvani only. And that dhvani is as meaningless as kichaka venu, sound. Therefore, somebody is loving each other, somebody is emotional to each other, somebody is friendly to each other, somebody is talking because of some duties, responsibilities, somebody is dominating and talking, somebody is giving the orders, so somebody has become angry and scolding. ये सारे राम जी को ध्वनि, व्यर्थ ध्वनि, like a कीचक वेणु appearing. Isn't it? An example for us is what? When we are living in a good life of money, wealth and all, little maturity, dignity because of social life or education, such people of us, when we go and see in the slum area, for one pot of water, or even for a little small thing, ki your child has done this here or is done there, when they talk and fight with each other, in such a big way, for a very small meaningless issue. But don't you feel it? काय का बात लड़ाई कर रहे हैं? Same thing it is done in the house also between wife and children, or husband or children or parents. For small little meaningless ego thing, they just argue, fight with each other. मैंने ये कहा तुमने नहीं माना, मैं क्यों मानूं, मैं नहीं मानूंगी, मेरी मर्जी है वो. तो फिर मेरे से क्यों शादी की? मैंने किया, तुमने किया, तुमने बांधा कि मैंने बांधा मंगलसूत्र. कब बांधा? 50 साल हो गए. नारायण. You know, what will be the issue? There's no issue only. So small, silly thing we all fight for. Ego clash. No, for and as it is meaningless when we open up our intellect, every talk in the world for Rama appearing to be Kichaka Venu Dhvani because of the wind blowing. So the wind of Pranamayu, the Kichaka Venu of human beings talking Dhvani Vyartha, like the sound of those Venus rubbing with each other. No meaninglessness, no meaning. Then Shamyatidam Katham, that's what I said. Shamyatidam Katham Dukkham. Idam Dukkham Katham Shamyati. Iti taptosmi chintaya. This is how, with that worry, anxiety, I am tortured up, scorched up inside me. Ram dekho, abhi Guru ke samne. This dukkha, when will end in me? What is the end dukkha here? He is finding meaninglessness in anything. Is sad, that melancholy you say in English. पता नहीं क्या उसका कोई जवाब ही नहीं ऐसे दुख है. Everything is empty. A Jhalak of it is from 1960 to 80. All Hindi movies you can see. 70% of them. Some of them there is some, their created reason. Devadas ki tarah वगैरह. You can see that feeling. Katham dukkham shamyati iti tapto asmi chintaya. Everything is temporary. There is nothing great about it. And I'm forced to involve in them. I'm not interested in them. But then what is the answer to this thing? Shamyati idam katham dukkham iti tapto asmi chintaya. A crisis type of thing. Like in some houses, some people have this type of crisis. Money is not there. Friends, relatives kept us away. Loans are increasing. People who gave loan are pestering. No ration at home. Can't pay fees to the children. Don't you see sometimes this type of, our India was like this only till 20 years back. Every 5 houses में 2 3 हाउस ऐसे दुखी होते थे बेचारे. Very meager. Now that suddenly the God's grace, everybody started working. Good government came. Oh, we are a little bit better than earlier. आई एम टेलिंग यू दुख का भाव कैसा है इधर कि शाम्यतीदम कथम दुख इदम इति तप्तोस्मि चिंतया देन व्हाट इज दैट जरद्रुम इव उग्रेण कोटस्तेन वाग्निना. What an example Bhagavan Rama gave here. Very painful, touching heart. He is explaining his tapa, dukkha inside. Like what? An old tree dried up and it has got a hole. And in that hole, there is a fire. Nobody knows outside from कि there is a जल रहा है अंदर वो पेड़ करके. कोटरस्थ इव वाग्निना. कोटरस्थेन वाग्निना. You can see that no, in many places they shooting भी करके दिखाते. Within that पेड़ there is आग जल रहा है. तो राम कहते मेरे अंदर का जो आग है कि इन सबको देख कर ना कोई समाधान नहीं मिलने का. Nobody is knowing it. I am burning inside. Jaradruma iva. Jaradruma, the old tree. In that ugrena kotarastena vahni. The fire which is there inside and very ugra. कितना वो जलन होता है. We use for our explanation like a volcano, my heart is burning with the lava of the dukkha continuously flowing. Nobody can understand it. Everyone will have to go through this stage. और द नेक्स्ट श्लोक में भगवान जी अपना जो स्थिति कहते हैं तरस आ जाते. कहते हैं संसार दुख पाषाण नीरंध्र हृदयोपि अहम निजलोक भयादेव गलत बाष्पम नरोदिमि. He says samsara dukkha pashana. I am covered by a big stone which is called samsara dukkha. Then nirandraha, There is no hole even to shout outside and tell ki I am in this apada. Nor there is any wind coming inside. जैसे those people through 3 months back na in that Uttarakhand में in the tunnel फंस गए थे. How many days it was taken to bring them out? They are good. 2-3 किलोमीटर का जगह था घूमने को, उनको हवा वगैरह था, बच गए. Imagine one is caught in a cave or this type of burning tree inside and no hole even for having air coming inside. Rama is telling, I am of this situation. Samsara dukkha pashanaha. Inside me, I am covered by a big stone like samsara dukkha, nirandraha. There is no hole for me to get oxygen or shout at others. Such a hridaya api aham. Such a hridaya I am tortured inside. Nijaloka bhaya deva. All are my own people. What they feel with that bhayam, galat bhashmam narodimi. I am not loudly, profusely crying, expressing all my tears out of my eyes. Somehow I am controlling inside my dukkha and my rodana, not allowing the tears to come. But then I am in this way inside myself suffering for not getting the answer to what all this is happening. मैं बाहर आंखों में पानी नहीं लाता हूँ, ऐसे हंसी करता हूँ, ओनली बिकॉज ऑल आर निज लोक मीन्स ऑल माई ओन मदर फादर दे मे फील बैड. उनके भय से गलत बाष्पम नरोधिमी. सो आई एम नॉट crying loudly, expressing my tears, but the pressure is so much inside. So you can Hridayopyam samsara dukkha pashana nirandra means my hridaya is covered by samsara dukkha stone and there is no hole nirandra for me to look out or get something from outside to inside. So samsara dukkha pashana से बांधित हृदय का मैं हूँ निरंध्र हृदय. वो उस पाषाण का कोई रंध्र नहीं है. निजलोक भया देवा. Bhaya, what will happen to my people? Galat bhashpam narodimi. With the bhashpa tears flowing out profusely, I am not crying, but all the reasons to cry are there inside me. Therefore, now see this next sloka. Shunya manmukha vritti hitaha shushkarodana nirasaha viveka eva samstaha mama ekanteshu pashyati. People look at me as that I am ekanta maintaining, but they don't know what volcano is bursting in me. Shunyam anmukha vritti hitaha. All the, they are seeing my mukha, I am doing nothing, I am like a ekanta staying. But what a vrittis that are in my me. Shushka rodana nirasaha. I am becoming nirasa by the shushka rodana inside, a dry cry I am making inside, then all the rasa, all the sapidity in me has gone. Viveka eva hrut samstaha. That viveka I have got, with which I found everything to be shushka. Then what is this all for this? There's no answer. Inside I am in such a dukkha. This nobody around are understanding. They only say मैं एकांत में हूँ या मैं शून्य हूँ या मैं कुछ नहीं कर रहा. No, I am doing viveka. Because of that, I am finding emptiness everywhere. Then what to do? That clarity is not coming to me. Why is it so? Also, I am not getting the answer to. विवेक करने के कारण पता चला क्या क्या है. But that itself is dukkhamayam. Because then what? Should I involve in it? I can't, because once you know it is empty, you can't. Then what to do? They are forcing me to do those things only. And Rama has not got the direction for the ultimate truth. मिला नहीं वो. Jagat pura mithya itna pata. But there is sadvastu that he has not known. Gurus will teach. Exactly this is the half of the topic. Tomorrow we are going to study in our Aitareya Upanishad. How a jiva becomes bound. Not Aitareya, Shvetashvatara. Then how he gets liberated. The second portion there is what it when gurus take charge of Rama teaching. Okay? Brusham muhyami samsmritya bhava bhava mayim sthitam daridreneva subhagaha दूरे संसार चेष्टे. देखो, a person has got lot of money, subagaha, but he is far away from that his own money. Therefore, he is suffering in दुख दारिद्र्य. दरिद्रता का दुख को भोग रहा है वो पैसे रहने के बावजूद भी, क्योंकि थोड़ा दूर है अपने पैसे से. I am also Vrusham Muhyami Samsmritya Bhava Bhavamayim Sthitim. The whole world looks to be Bhavamayi, but when the intellect Viveka gets opened, it just appears to be Abhavamayi. है ना? जब भावमयी लगती है, I just feel like indulging like past. Suddenly the intellect gets opened up and I find it is Abhavamayi Shunya. तो मुख्यामी, I'm in a delusion. Like that person is rich, but money is not at its disposal. Therefore, he is suffering that misery of the daridrata. In this way, then देखो, he is talking now about this entire wealth. Next chapter पूरा उसी का होगा. He says, मोहयन्ति मनोवृत्तिम. The mind and its thoughts deluded are being created. Khandayanti gunavalim. All the gunas of soberness or positivity are cut asunder. Dukkha jalam prayachanti, giving nothing but the sequence of dukkha only one after other. What? Vipralambha paraha shriyaha. These shriyaha, the wells, vipralambha para, which are unstable, continuously, constantly changing. The Shriya means all what everybody is giving me, tempting me, asking me to take. Why I am not involving in them? This is the reason. They are just creating the mohatmaka vrittis in the mind, and because of trying to involve in them, all the sadguna, divya guna are getting removed. Then in that indulgence, other than the regret and guilt, dukkha jalam, I am not getting any happiness at all. That's why I kept away from all these sampadas, sukhas, bhogas, ityadi. So, chinta nichaya chakrani na anandani dhanani me anandaya samprasuta kalatrani gruhani ugrapadami va. So, a person who has got wife, lots of children, no money. So, he goes far away from the house, घूमने with friends or any nirjana place. He is comparatively relaxed there. Now, tell him to go home. He is very घर जाते, no wife will shout, where is the money? No rice, no dal, nothing. Children will shout, Papa, ye do, wo do. Again, I'm telling you the same 1970-60 movies. This fellow never comes home only because घर गए तो इतने tensions. Rama says, same is my situation, that all these dhana kanaka vastu vahana bhogas are of this type of dukkha they are giving to me. They are all available to me, but I don't want to involve. Physically, they are available. Mind found it to be empty, so I'm not able to involve in them. So, chinta niche chakrani. They are only giving the continuous chinta one after the other. Anandaya na. They are not giving ananda. Dhanani. These are all dhanani. Example, some prasuta kalatrani gruhani ugra apadamiva. Gruhas are like ugra apada. A big tragedy. Samprasuta Galatrani, those houses for a poor person which has got the children, lots of and wife, etc. He doesn't want to go. मुझे भी इन सारे विषयों में क्या क्या दिख रहे हैं? मनोवृत्ति का मोह हो रहा है, गुणावली का खंडन हो रहा है, दुख जाल मिल रहा है, चिंता बढ़ रहा है, कोई आनंद नहीं मिल रहा. Therefore, I am in this mood of withdrawal. Anywhere I want to involve, there is problem. Very wrong example I am giving. This person out of ignorance taken bribe 2-3 times. Then he is caught now. Then every one of them were investigated. Then for some time he is suspended or put in jail. Oh, that period is over. Now he is again reinstated in the job. Up now again same opportunities of taking bribe, let us say, coming or of the chori. Any thought of that chori immediately it reminds him how he was interrogated, investigated. He was given all the punishment. That's why I said negative example. कैसा उसका मन होगा? Think about it. Somebody says, giving that bribe like earlier time. His hand moves ahead to take, but suddenly, "नहीं, नहीं, मैं नहीं लेना मुझे." Why? He is remembering that he was caught earlier time. Sensitive banda. Same way for Ramaji, every of the bhoga, when they are offering, you feel like involving. But immediately the intellect thinks all are ephemeral. It is addictive. It is giver of the dukkha because they are not complete. You can't eat too much, that gives other dukkha. If you eat less, you are not satisfied. What is the correct eating, you will never know. Because so many things are there around tempting. People are there forcing you. You will come under obligation. You say, तुम तो राजकुमार हो, और भी खाना चाहिए बेटा. A vichitra mana of Rama. His intellect open, he is seeing the world continuously changing and it is binding. He doesn't want to involve in them. Then what to do with them? What to do with myself? Those two questions. Therefore, vividha dosha dasha parichintanaihi वितत भंगुर कारण कल्पितैः मम न निर्वृतिमेति मनः हे मुने निगडितस्य यथा वनदन्तिनः. So nigadidasya yada vanadantinah. The vanadanti, the wild elephant of the forest, nigadita, when it is captured. First, by digging that pit and putting the grass, and it fell in that, then it is tied down with all the iron chains. That vanadantinah, nigaditasya yatha. Nigadita means fully iron chained. Vana, forest, danti means elephant. Now see that girida hut of that elephant. So much power it has, yet it can't come out of the pit, nor it can break. Its power is not enough to break those iron shackles. मेरा मन ऐसा है, मम मनः न निर्वृत्ति में थी, निर्वृत्ति शांति. My mind is not at all finding the peace. It is like ironed elephant of the forest, chained elephant. Seeing what this is happening to your mind, vividha dosha dasha parichintanai. Continuously, whatever is in front of me, I am seeing in them vividha doshas. Janma dosha, वृद्धा वर्धन दोष, वृद्धाप्य दोष, रोग दोष, मृत्यु दोष, हर एक चीज, मतलब जो दोष दृष्टि, we have studied in all of the texts. Sri Rama has got that. विविध दोष दशा परिचिंतन and vitata bhangura karana kalpitaihi. Vitata is well spread, bhangura, kshana bhangura, karana. So the effects also having full of the doshas. The karanas of that effects, the causes are kshana bhangura, very ephemeral. So ephemeral causes, then dosha yukta effects. The whole world is nothing but karya karana, and karana is continuously changing. Karya is having all the dosha of birth, growth, death, decay. Seeing these two, my mind is not finding any peace like the tied down elephant. Oh Guru, please help me, bless me. Like this, the next 5-6 chapters, Rama's Viveka and Vairagya. Guru is also listening very carefully. ठीक है, द लास्ट श्लोका बहुत बढ़िया पावरफुल है. कलाह काले काले निशि निशित मोहै कमिकाः गता लोके लोके विशेषत दौचौराः सुचतुराः प्रवृत्ताः प्रोद्युक्ताः दिशि दिशि विवेकैकहरणे रणे शक्तास्तेषां क इव विदुषः प्रोज्यसु भटाः. Very interesting shloka it is, no? Mm. Mm. Very interesting, huh? Big example it is. Like dark night, also filled with all this fog, etc. Then the thieves are there, searching to steal that the jewels or the let us say pearls or diamonds. Who can catch them other than very intelligent bhata? The very intelligent army people or bhata soldiers or police. Here the police soldiers are the gurus. So who are what here? Khalaha kale kale nishi nishita. Mihika eka, moha eka mihikaha. So the nishi is the ajnana. Then the moha, the delusion is the mihika, the mist, the fogginess. Then loke everywhere. Who are there? Vishaya shatachauraha suchaturaha. The thieves called as Vishayas. And very suchaturaha, very intelligent. These killers, murderers, dacoits, these terrorists are बहुत चतुर होते हैं वो. ये घोटाले करने वाले, है ना, बोर्ड उल्टा करने वाले, the very chatura. So what are the very chatura chauras here? Chor, hundreds of the thieves, very chatura, Vishaya chatura, shata chauraha, suchaturaha. The hundreds and hundreds of Vishayas themselves are the chatura chora. Everywhere they are there. In this darkness of ignorance with the delusion of the mist and fog. So ignorance is the Ratri ka samay. Mist and fog is the delusion. The hundreds of Vishayas are intelligent chore. क्या कर रहे हैं प्रवृत्ताः प्रोद्युक्ताः. The fully engaged and involved in doing what? Dishi at every direction. Viveka eka harane. To do the harana of the diamond called as Viveka. Now, how important this particular shloka and meaning for us to pause and contemplate. The most powerful diamond is Vivek. From this shloka only, Bhagavan Adi Shankara gave the title to that book, Viveka Chudamani. Viveka is the Chudamani, it's the crest jewel. Again, the same Bhagavan Shankara in our Lakshmi Nrusimha Karavalamba Stotram. Same, the last but andhasya me hruta viveka mahadhanasya chorai prabho balibihi indriya namadeyasya mohanda kupa kuhare vinipatitasya Lakshmi Nrsimha mama dehi karavalambam. I am blind. That blind is darkness, ignorance. Hruta viveka mahadhana. The mahadhana of the diamonds, etc., are looted because I am blind. Chorai Prabho Balibihi, very powerful thieves. Who are they? Indriya Namadeyahi. So here, Indriyas are the Vishayas. Then what are they doing? Mohanda Kuhare Vinipatita. Having taken the wealth from me, these Vishayas have thrown me into the Andha Kupa of the Moha. वैसे ऐश्वर्याली और उस वैली में मेरे को धक्का दे दिया. अब now I am suffering here. Hey Lakshmi Narasimha, give me the support of your hand to come out of it. That shloka, that one, and the Viveka Chudamani name from this. The Viveka named diamond to steal that Aneka Vishya Rupi Choras who are very Chatura or Pravruttaha. Now here the little difference in the example and actual thing happening is, in the case of the chore, डायमंड एक है तो एक ले जाएंगे, बहुत सारे तो बहुत. यहाँ क्या है, एवरी टाइम द विषय चोरास आर doing the chori of our viveka diamond. Therefore we are living like an aviveki in the world as a samsari, not as a sadhaka. अब देखो विवेक the first step ही नहीं है, how can the vairagya and all of the things come? Vivek is the first step for a human being to grow in spiritual life. So kala kale kale nishi nishita mohai kamihikaha gata loke loke visheshata chauraha suchaturaha pravruttaha prodyuktaha dishi viveka ekaharane. Then rane in fighting and defeating them, shaktaha tesham kaha iva vidushaha projya subhataha. So the Vidusha, the Vidwan, the Brahmagnani named the Subhatas. Other than them, who can fight and defeat these Viveka diamond stealing the thieves called as the Vishayas? है ना, विषय रूपी चोरों को हराने वाला, भगाने वाला सुभट विदुष रूपी ज्ञानी ही हो सकते हैं. उनके अलावा कौन है? तो यू आर देयर इन फ्रंट ऑफ. as Vaishishtha Vishwamitra ji, please bless me. In this way, this 12th chapter gave us the thing. And दो बार तीन बार पढ़े, more clarity will come. Isn't it? This is how this whole text will make us think, contemplate, etc. इति आर्षे वासिष्ठ महारामायणे वाल्मीकिये वैराग्य प्रकरणे प्रथम परितापो नाम द्वादशः सर्गः. The first expression of Rama's paritapa. Okay. So in the next one, we will see Lakshmi Nirakarana, the wealth and all, by putting in front of us all those problems come because of health. Bhagwan shows Lakshmi ka Nirakarana. Then we can see next one, Jivita Garahanam. Jivita Garahana means no meaning even in the life. Naturally, the life of worldliness is not worthy. But when that life's energies are directed over the permanent, then the Jivitam is the most lovable. As a human being, we can achieve the ultimate. This is how every chapter gives us on one topic, Rama's Nishita Vicharana, Viveka, giving that Vairagya. Then we are free from unnecessarily indulging in the world. With that free mind, we become very sharp, subtle to inquire about the reality, the truth. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasa Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Brahmane Shrutimate Tatsat Brahma. Om न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति तस्य भासः दाशरथाय विद्महे सीतातन्नवरं नारायणाय नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो नमः. बोल श्री सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. बोल श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेद व्यास वामदेवा समस्त ऋषि मुनि गुरुदेवता गण की जय. बोलो भाई श्रुति स्मृति पुराण शास्त्र की जय. सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हर. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय. राम राम. अम्बे अम्बे आदि पराशक्ति माता की जय. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापकगण की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय. आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय. What is being discussed is intellect not getting deluded by the mana indriya ityadi. He is just looking at the world truly, purely unbiased way, trying and understanding the emptiness in them, meaninglessness in them, illogicity in them, valuelessness in them, which is a fact. In this awakening of the Viveka only, the delusion that the world is real, we must possess it, all that goes away. In the absence of this Viveka, the world is real, world is beautiful, world has so much to offer to me, so by hook or crook, I must get the world, get into the world, indulge in the world. That's the delusion. Let us see better tomorrow. Thank you. Shanti. Don't miss these classes.